Stay tuned and let's check out this Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Captain America. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Quite simply show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Captain America, aka the Unparalleled Cap. And ever since Unparalleled revealed this on his channel, we have been eager to get it in our grips, as this could quite potentially be the best Marvel Legends Captain America ever. And we shall find out as we open them up. But first, let's just take a minute to appreciate what this is. This is the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends, and they have done this homage packaging to pay tribute to that very first series of Toy Biz figures way back in 2002. So if you have been collecting Legends since the beginning, you have been collecting Marvel Legends for 2 decades. And let's be honest, I know we're in the golden age of collectibles, but what other toy line out there has been making figures and consistently improving and adapting for 2 decades consistently? Nobody. Marvel Legends best figure line ever, full stop, period. But again, we can argue about that in the comments. I may be a little bit biased, but I do love this homage packaging. As I said, it pays tribute to the original Toy Biz packaging in that blister card. We do sort of get that same look, and we also get the old school logo and font as well, and it says Series 1, which makes me very intrigued. So instead of getting a comic, we do know we've just got that card art on the back that we can use for display, but the box does seem packed with lots of accessories for Captain America, and some that we have been wanting that have been lacking on previous ones. So again, that's why it makes this Captain America so desirable. But again, I love the throwback packaging. It's got the logos on the side. I think we've got the Cap Shield, Daredevil, A for Avengers, 4 for Fantastic Four, X for X-Men, a Spider-Man logo, and yeah, it's just so nice. As I said, I'm very intrigued what Hasbro do with this series. We shall see, but it's a nice way to kick off with Captain America. As I said, he was in that first series, but anyway, the box looks beautiful. Let me spin it around. So that's about how thick it is, if you can see. The figure's in there, so it's not as chunky as the old Toy Biz blister cards used to be, that's for sure. On the back of the box, quite simple. We don't even get any of the other figures in the wave, but we do get a little write-up that reads, "For 20 years, the Marvel Legends series has brought the iconic characters and storylines of the Marvel Universe to fans worldwide. To celebrate the 2002 Toy Biz debut release, Marvel Legends proudly presents the 20th anniversary Series 1 featuring Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Toad." And we have seen Iron Man and Hulk. We're yet to see Toad, but I'm hoping very soon. But what I find interesting out of all of that, it says 20th anniversary Series 1. Now, if there was only one series, you wouldn't name it Series 1, would you? It'd just be called the 20th anniversary series. So the fact that they've used the word Series 1 makes me think, is a Series 2, a Series 3 going to happen this year? We shall find out, but it is the 20th anniversary all year long, so still a lot of year left to find out, but I can't wait any longer to get this guy open. Obviously, I'll do lots of Captain American comparisons, but yeah, let's get him open. So out of the blister card, this is what we get in the sort of plastic tray. We actually get the logo attached to the tray, and if you fold the logo open, that is where the stand is being housed. That has the same Marvel Legends logo that is here on the front, and of course, the card is a separate piece that has the Captain America on the front and that sort of diorama tribute on the back as well. Here we have Captain America out of the packaging with all of his accessories either side. And if I move them just for a second, let's take a minute and look at this guy, because wow, this instantly pops for a display. This is my mind's eye version of Captain America. That deep, rich royal blue with the crisp white and red. It really does stand out. And again, using the stand and this card back, it's a display piece all within itself, just like this. So yeah, that is beautiful. And again, obviously we know that spins round and we get that tribute to the old Toy Biz diorama. I'm sure budget restraints stop us from getting so much these days, but there you go, a nice little tribute all the same, and it fits in the card nicely. nicely. Both foot pegs are on the stand. He stands no problem at all. Of course, he will also stand in his own, no issues. And then if I take that out, as you can see, it's just a slip there that it slides into easily. Like, there you go. And it grips it pretty tight as well. Probably can't see. Let me zoom in and you can see that nice, crisp, embossed sort of retro Marvel Legends logo there. Makes a very nice touch. And I do like stands. Like, you know what it's like building displays. Some figures just cannot stand on their own. So I do like the additions of stands, but we don't really get that much these days. But I understand why we get it here. As I said, these figures in itself are a tribute to the 20 years of Marvel Legends. So move them out the way. And then Cap himself comes with this new shield, which of course we're going to take a look at and talk about in a second. But it's got holes in, so you can change the effects. At the minute, it's got this blue lightning, but you can get the yellow whoosh. And then you've also got these bullet ricochets as well, which we've never seen before in Legends. So I do like them trying something different. We've got an unmasked Steve Rogers head with a nice blonde hair and blue eyes. And what I love is that we also get the down cowl as well, which I like those little additions. But yeah, I've been wanting a new comic Steve Rogers head for a while. It's been some time since we've got one. And then we've got a nice couple of sets of hands, 2 open palm hands for throwing the shield. We've got a slapping hand and then a pointing hand as well. So lots of options for our Captain America, as I said. But just looking at it himself with the sort of scale mail all like in the right colours this time. As I said, I will do some comparisons, but yeah, wow. First and foremost, looks beautiful. So starting up top, this is a brand new Captain America head sculpt, not just a repaint of the previous one. The A's are definitely different, and also the structure of the face. This guy looks much more stern and ready for battle. The head's really smooth, the ears poking out. You also get the little wings up top with the white A, as I said. And then, yeah, I really like it. I even like the skin tone they've gone for. It just looks really smooth and really clean and crisp and just smart. It looks really nice. Spin it all the way around. As I said, nothing much around there on the neck. But if you move down to the chest, you've got that chainmail, that iconic Captain America chainmail, all nicely sculpted in on the figure as well with a white star. And there is a bit of a wash under those chainmails as well to really make it pop, which really makes a difference. And this time around, we actually have the straps. We never had the straps on the 80th anniversary cap, so that's a nice addition, especially if you're going to display him with his shield on his back, so it looks like it is actually strapped onto his back, so I appreciate that. We've got the red and white stripes here in the middle, and there is a bit of sculpting in there to sort of separate the line, so it is nice and crisp. It isn't just painted. There is a nice little sculpt in there where the red is, as you can see. And again, his articulation at the waist it spins, but there's also that deep crunch, as you can see. So even with that chainmail piece, you can still get a lot of movement at the chest, but the design doesn't compromise that. They've actually used the cap design really well to hide where the articulation is. So yeah, that's really good. We've got the white arms and then that down to the red gloves. 2 fisted hands come on the figure out the box. We've got the black belt that matches the straps, and both of the straps and the belt buckle have some silver chrome on there as well. Nicely done. As you can see, it's about to his trousers. Smooth blue trousers down to the red boots with the boot swivel, of course, hidden in there. But yeah, works. Nice and simple. It's all about up top with the star and the chainmail. And yeah, this is really good. I've also noticed there are some shadows and some tones here. If you look at the reds, there is like a darker red in the creases of the actual sculpt. And again, if we spin it around to the back, you can see again a bit of a darker red in the creases, just to give it a little bit of contrast to really show off that sculpt. So yeah, I hope you can see that. Little bit of a darker red, sort of just mixed in there in the creases of the sculpt to really make it stand out. It even comes round onto the front. The lights are hitting it a little bit too much, but yeah, they're not shadows. That's actually a darker red paint deep in the crevices to really make it pop. And again, same with the dark wash on the back. But yeah, the belt's a separate piece, won't hinder the articulation, but still, they have definitely tried to really make this the best it could. Here we have our unmasked Captain America, Steve Rogers, with the blonde hair and blue eyes, and again, this looks really nice. Nicely patterned hair, if you will, some nice sculpt in the hair as well. It does seem to be a little bit of shadow and shading in his hair. Spin it all the way around, maybe a bit of dark wash on that sculpt. But either way, it is as he should be. Blonde hair, blue eyes, American hero, Captain America, Steve Rogers. And I like that they've added this sort of down cowl piece. So this is a separate piece, and you can actually see the little wings of the cowl sitting down, so you know which way to put it. But that's a nice touch. I like those little additions. It's like he's literally put his cowl down in battle. Yeah, I like that we have those display options. I always appreciate that. Looking at the shield real quick. So as you can see, there is some lightning effects on it in the packaging, and they do look good. They look like he's fighting off some sort of electrical defense or whatever, but we take these off. You can see it's a soft plastic that we're used to with Legends. Take that off, and there you go. That's what you get, and that could be used as an effect piece on its own. And then we're left with a shield. Now, some people like this, some people don't, but we're left with 3 holes. Now, let's be honest. If you have been collecting Marvel Legends for 20 years, I'm sure somewhere you have a shield without holes. So I, for one, don't mind the Hasbro team and Marvel trying something a little bit different here with Cap, because they do give us 3 different options. So the first option with a shield is the electric effect. The second option is this swoosh effect. And as you can see on the back of this, it has 3 pegs, so we can peg them in to the holes. And it covers up the holes, and now it looks like an impact, like his shield has just hit a wall or an enemy and bounced off, and it's a nice little swoosh with some white in there, and as well as the yellow sort of ricochets. So yeah, I like that. But they also give us 3 little dinks. Now, all of these holes are a different shape, so you can actually match up what, like, piece goes in them. So let me do that, and there you go. Now it looks like bullets are literally bouncing off his shield. Nice little effect. Let me zoom in, see if I can show them off a little bit more. Really like that. Little yellow translucent plastic. As I said, all got a little different shape on the back here, as you can see, so they all fit in nicely. Also, while on the back, I should say, it's unfortunately the clip and the peg. Now, we know what these are like. They're a little bit temperamental, so please do warm this clip up before you clip it to Cap's wrist, as we don't want them snapping off, because there are no other shields with these effect pieces on. But it does have the peg that will go into the back of Cap as well. And but yeah, these I like. I think these ricochet effects are my favorite, but I do also like the lightning and the sort of swoosh as well. So yeah, the ACBA people are really going to appreciate this Cap. Lots of display options, but as I said, this will go on the back. So if you're displaying him from the front like this and you put the shield on his back, those straps look like the shield hooked in, and if you angle it properly, you can't even see any of the holes. So you could display him like this, no problem at all. But of course, if we spin him around, you can see that someone's trying to shoot him in the back. Good job he's got a shield there. So yeah, you can still use it, of course, but depending on how you're displaying him, you may see some of the holes on the shield. But if I take that off, again, let me show you the harness. Harness actually does have a hole in that covers the star on the back. There's the star of the hole, and you can line it up nice and flush and put it in there. But of course, he has the clip as well. And if you get his wrist, and as I said, be very gentle here, clip it at the wrist. You can hear it snap, and now Cap can fend off some bullets from the front this time around. Straight out the box, you get 2 fisted hands for Captain America. We also get 2 wall-crawling hands for Captain America. Has he also got bit by a radioactive spider? Or maybe they're just used for throwing the shield. Yeah, probably throwing shield hands. We also get a slapping hand and also a pointing hand as well, which does make a difference for the display. Sometimes the hands really do make it a little bit more expressive. It could be picking a nose hand, could be that, and this one could be waving at passers-by hand. Either or, it's nice to have options. Here we have our side-by-side with the previous 80th anniversary Captain America. And don't get me wrong, it's a great Captain America, but when you stand them side by side, for me, there's no question that this lighter blue version just pops that little bit more for a comic book display. Also, the previous Cap is a darker tone, but also a little bit metallically up top there with the sort of chainmail, where, as I said, the rich royal blues just scream comic book Cap to me. But I still love this other one. You can also see that his shield is a lot smaller than Cap's shield now. So of course we could swap them round, but this colour red won't match the colour red on this Cap, but we can still try doing that. But yeah, this guy didn't have straps on. I think I took them off a previous sort of AIM soldier or something like that. But the heads are completely different as well, as I've already mentioned. Other than that though, figure is the same structurally. That one had serial numbers on the back. This Cap doesn't. Hopefully they're like on the bottom of the foot. Yes, there they are finally. So yeah. Gloves are the same, boots are the same, articulation I imagine is going to be the same, the bout is the same. It's just all about the deco, new head and new shield. But both are still great Caps, but I do think no questions, this new comic book cap will take over. But let me just try and swap the shields. So as you can see, the colours, as I mentioned, the reds won't match, and the shield does look really small now on this body, even though they're exactly the same. My mind is playing tricks on me. Obviously, you could still use this shield on this cap if you wanted to, even though the reds are a lot brighter and bold compared to the contrast on this one. But again, if you've been collecting Marvel Legends for a long time, I'm sure you have another shield somewhere you can try out, or even try one when we get into some comparisons. In case you don't have the 80th anniversary cap and you are watching this for the first time and curious of Articulation, this body mold is pretty good, to be fair. The shoulders will go up to 90 with the chainmail, and there is a swivel up there at the top of the bicep and double jointed elbow. Still pins on this figure though, unfortunately. No pins would have really made a difference. Due to the gloves, it's going to go past 90, but not really much further than that. The arms will spin all the way around though, and there's also a hinge on the wrist, so you can get posing that way. The diaphragm, as I said, has a nice crunch back and forward, which is pretty good. There is no like swivel, there's no ball joint here, even though it looks like there could be with the design of the chainmail. The swivel is all at the waist, hidden behind the belt. But if I move the belt down a little bit, zoom in, you can see if I move him, you can see, there you go, that's where the swivel is, at the waist. But still, not bad at all. Legs go out about that much, which isn't great. There's no drop down hits or anything, so Captain America won't be doing the splits on your display. Legs go up pretty far though, like really far, like no complaints there. Still pins on the knees, even though we have double elbows and double knees. But the double knees work pretty good, to be fair. Again, we're hindered by the big thick boots. But other than that, still a pretty good range for leaping poses and whatever you want to get Captain America in. There is a swivel also at the boot. Nice deep ankle pivot and rocker. So yeah, still a pretty good range. As I said, legs go forward more than they do back, but that's just human anatomy. But yeah, for this body mold, I do think the articulation is pretty good. Could it be better in 2022? Yeah, maybe, but still, I'll take it. Moving into some comparisons, we've already seen the 80th anniversary cap. Here we have another Captain America. This is the Onslaught Build-A-Figure Wave cap, aka Wolf cap. And again, no comparison between the two. You tell me which one pops that little bit more on screen. It is undoubtedly the middle one. Again, these two are nice. As I said, 80th anniversary cap is still a great figure. But again, the new one, the colours just really make all that difference. An Onslaught cap's all right, but again, no comparison compared to this new 20th anniversary cap. Again, best Marvel Legends Captain America. Now, I would love to do a comparison compared to some Toy Biz Captain Americas just for fun, but let's be honest, they're all outdated. Aesthetically, they do not fit in a current collection, so you'll have to wait for one of the other YouTubers to do a straight up comparison, as it would still be fun to see that 20-year change. But I promise you, without that figure in hand, I guarantee you, this new one blows it out the water. For anyone curious, the new unmasked Steve Rogers head does fit on the 80th anniversary body, and it does look pretty good. You just won't have any downwards cowl. And surprisingly, it also fits on the Onslaught Captain America body, and it looks pretty good. It is a very nice Steve Rogers head sculpt, definitely worthy of finding its way onto the display some way. And as I said, now you have options. Here we have Cap compared to his buddy Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes. And saying that, we do actually need a more classic Bucky Barnes in Marvel Legends form, so there's ones for the future. Here we have Captain America compared to Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, and I apologise, I couldn't be asked to take him off his flight stand. That's how he is on my display. But it is worth mentioning, we do need a more classic looking Falcon for the shelf. This is a more modernised design. We need the classic look where he's got the deep V and the little red wing accessory. That would make a really nice touch. So yeah, in this new 20th anniversary line, if we do get a Series 2, how about you put a classic Falcon in there? That would make a nice touch. But yeah, for now, they still look all right. Here we have Cap compared to their 80th anniversary Iron Man and Thor. And again, I think this works really nicely, not gonna lie. I am curious to see the Steve Rogers head next to that Iron Man Tony Stark head. There you go, and I think that looks pretty good. It is nice to have Steve and Tony on the display and have those options so we can have Cap and Iron Man or Steve and Tony. And talking to Tony, here we have another version of Iron Man. This is the recent AI Iron Man, where his colours pop a little bit more. Rather than the gold, you've got the yellow. And that probably does suit this new Captain America a little bit more for a more colourful popping display. But we are going to get a 20th anniversary Iron Man to go along with this cap. And his colours are probably more similar to this side, even though I am aware that the yellows are a little bit different. But we shall see. It is always nice to have options, of course. A couple more classic colourful characters here with the new Captain America, with the Walmart exclusive Doctor Strange and the retro Spider-Man. Of course, we had to look at some bad guys as well, and who else to start with than his arch nemesis, Red Skull, in his classic green jumpsuit, and against that classic blue of the Captain America. These two look so nice together. This is what we've wanted in plastic for so long, and it's here. We've got it. It looks great. Here we have Cap compared to a couple of other villains he's come across with Crossbones and Zemo, and we should be getting a new Zemo anytime now, so looking forward to switch him out on the display. With the new S.H.I.E.L.D. Army Building 2-pack out anytime now, I thought it'd be fun to see what Cap looks like leading a couple of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents into battle, and I think he looks great. Here we have Cap versus Cap with Sam Wilson Cap and Steve Rogers. Here we have Cap compared to Tigra and Frogman. Again, I just like how the colours on all these really pop. And last, but of course, not least, here we have Captain America compared to Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. So, final thoughts on this 20th anniversary Captain America. After taking out the box, checking out all the accessories, checking out the figure, comparing it to some others, I'm sticking to my guns. I still believe this is the best Marvel Legends Captain America we have. The best representation from comic to plastic that we have for our shelves and display. And I don't think anyone will be disappointed when they get this figure in hand. It's beautiful. Even if you're just picking and choosing Marvel Legends, this is the best Cap to have. And you can get them on that stand with the nice backing, and it just makes for a smart display as well. But again, I'm sure this isn't the last of this 20th anniversary line. They've called it Series 1 for a reason. So we know we're getting Iron Man, Hulk and Toad, but I still think Marvel have some more up their sleeve. There are a lot of the year left to go, and on the packaging it does have like Daredevil and Spider-Man and some of the X-Men, so who knows who else we shall see. But this card back was a nice tribute, a nice throwback, and again it does give us that nostalgic vibes that reminds us of the Toy Biz days, and you have to respect and appreciate where it all started, because without that we wouldn't be where we are now. So yeah, we are on a different level though. Let's be honest, the Legends we're getting now blow the Toy Biz era out of the park. We are in the golden age of collectibles, I always say it, and this Captain America is an example of that. The only things that would change really is just like the pinless technology. Add the pinless technology to this. Give us another shield so we can have one without the holes, because I couldn't really find one that matched, to be honest, but I'll keep looking. But still, they're just little nitpicky things. I still think this poses great on the shelf and the best Cap we have, and the blues and the reds and the whites, they're perfect. So even though I'm UK repping, this Captain America isn't so bad. But you let me know what you think in the comments as always. I appreciate your feedback. I got mine from In Demand Toys. I will put the link in the description, so as I'm sure many people in the comments will ask me, where did I get this? Then watch the video and you'll find out. But the link is in the description. In Demand Toys, UK distribution is a little bit weird at the minute. But yeah, I got lucky. Happy to have it. But let me know what you think. And as always, if you like Marvel Legends reviews, then I promise you, you're in the right place. Go and check out the videos tab. Find the playlist and please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Much, much appreciated. You can also hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much, much appreciated. And if you're a members club member, you can literally be on the channel via a live stream. So don't be shy, get involved. Follow me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And as always, people, my name is Dan W. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.